in your mirror, Charlie. Fucking hell! Just hundreds of more bikes in the mirror. You know, you look in your wing mirror and you just see bikes going back as far as you can see.
All these people were there because they liked Long Way Round and they'd followed our trip on the internet.
Oh, helicopter!
It was a real moment because I was sitting there looking over at Ewan and we were sort of looking at each other and thinking, Christ, you know, we did this together, we rode here.
And as we got into Cape Town, I realised how amazing it was what we were doing. In some respects, you know, John O'Groats seems like a year ago, and in other respects, it just feels like the time's just whizzed by, you know.
Finally getting underway after months and months and months.
Some of the best roads in the world to ride a bike on. They're absolutely spectacular.
I'm so cold and wet. Down the southern tip of Italy.
And we're going to Africa the next day. We're going to Africa the next day. Our first African camp, Charlie. Hey! Done a lot of riding, some of it very hard, but all of it spectacularly satisfying after the event.
This is Gaddafi country, can you believe it?
We got caught in a sandstorm at night and got almost blown away. We're having a bit of a crisis here in the old tent.
Oh my God, it's the pyramids. Oh my God!
And there we were, riding round, and there was no one else there, it was just us.
And this is the stuff of real adventure traveling, isn't it? Never seen anything like it. It's brilliant.
So that's it, we're now in Sudan. This is now the proper Lawrence of Arabia type desert.
Those slap in the face moments, you know, when you suddenly realise where you are.
This is hard, man.
You know, we stopped one place and I was just walking back to my bike and she said, hey, come here. And I came over and she just handed me this big chunk of watermelon and said, sit down and eat. I said, no money, it's just for you. And people were like that everywhere we went. My new friend.
We've camped in villages with people who have absolutely nothing, you know. I pinch myself sometimes that we've ridden these motorcycles from John O'Groats.
This is some of the heaviest rain I've ever ridden in. And I've ridden in some heavy rain, let me tell you.
I was slightly worried about Kenya.
We came into the north, which is quite dry.
100 kilometers of the road was really hard work. And then it got really bad. It was a great moment for us all as a team. Everyone got on with it and we had a good laugh. We had a really good time doing it.
We're really out there, aren't we? It's amazing, just amazing. You're a good-looking man, you see?
I've ridden my bike from John O'Groats to somewhere where there are elephants.
To be so close to gorillas was extraordinary.
Beautiful, beautiful day.
Something that maybe only ever happens once in your life, you know?
Hey, Lisa, nice to meet you.
So you come on their bike?
Yeah.
It takes you for how long?
Tanzania?
Why not?
Malawi. No wife? Wife.
How are you?
She's never ridden a bike before. And then there she was riding along with me, you know. And I was sitting behind her and I could see her riding a bike with a big yellow bag in the back.
I thank my lucky stars I'm on this trip. 'Cause
the best thing in the world for the soul and for the spirit and for your head and your heart. Look where we have got to, look. Welcome to South Africa.
One hell of a journey.
I've had the most extraordinary time. Unbelievable, unbelievable.
What a hell of a ride in, wasn't it? Beautiful that ride in.
Just stunning.
I love traveling like this, especially because you're on a bike. People are more caring about it. I think people sense that you're vulnerable to the elements and to danger. And that's nice. It's the perfect way to travel, I think.
It's quite a tough one, this, but we did it. All these trips are always about the bikes. The fundamental thing is riding bikes. Any excuse to go and ride a bike. And the other part of it was to experience Africa and to ride through Africa and show people that it's a lovely place.
Now sitting at the very south of Africa, having travelled through all of it, I know that it's brilliant, it's incredible.
I think there are moments that you connect with Africa, like on a morning when you had camped and you get on the bike and you ride.
Yeah, it hasn't sunk in that we were here, really. I quite like to turn around and just carry on back up the way out, really. I don't want to stop.
Travelling through Africa is quite complicated in many ways. I feel like we only barely scratch the surface, you know?
3 cars, 2 bikes, and one concluded dream. We're here.
We love doing this stuff. I'm glad it's over, but I'm also a little upset that it's over because you know, Africa touched us in a big way.
I know Africa now. I know my Africa, the one I've learned by doing Long Way Down, but I know it.
And I hope that it will inspire people to come to Africa, because Africa is an unbelievable place to travel through.
We've ridden from the top of it to the bottom of it, uninterrupted. There's a sense of belonging that comes from having ridden here.
It's the most beautiful place I've ever been to. Unbelievable.